Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video about Olive Garden. It's in continuation to my previous video about interviews. I decided I would do a video about orientation, dress code pretty much, and what it's like to work there. So let's just get into it. I've been working at Olive Garden for about almost 2 years now. In December it'll be 2 years, and pretty much after I got hired, I had orientation within the next couple of days, and you have to wear your dress code to orientation pretty much because it's like your employees already, you know. What you have to wear is pretty much all black long sleeve, black slacks or pants, and black non-slip work shoes. So pretty much I was in a rush. I didn't know where to go to find these clothes because that's not stuff that I usually wear. So I went to a Dickies outlet store and I bought 3 pairs of black Dickies. They weren't like skin tight on the bottom, but they were pretty tight on the top. The thing is, those 3 pairs of Dickies cost me about $70, and then on top of that, they didn't really fit me that well. They were a little bit too long at the bottom, so I had to go get them hemmed, which cost me some more money. So overall, I think I ended up spending like $100 and something on 3 pairs of pants. Would not recommend doing that. I now get my pants from Walmart, my slacks. I bought 3 pairs of slacks. You know, it didn't come out to that much. They were about $10 each, so $30 in comparison to $100 and something. And then for the shirts, I really had a hard time finding button down black long sleeve. For some reason, I don't know why I had a hard time finding that, but it has to be specific. It can't have like those little like button things. It can't have like more than one pocket, you know. So I went to a little store in the mall. I bought them. It was called Q. I don't know if they have it at your mall, but if they do, check Q. My Q was stocked with them. I bought 3 of them and they were about $8 each, so that was pretty inexpensive. I started going to Target. Target ones are more expensive. I bought 2 of them. They're like at $20 each, around there. But the material is different. The one from Q would get wrinkled really easily, and then the ones from Target, like literally I just wash them, put them in the dryer. Even if I don't like hang them up right away, they don't get wrinkled. So that's why I like them. I like the material. They don't get wrinkled, so I never have to worry about ironing my shirt, because at Olive Garden, or I could think in jobs in general, they're pretty strict on having neat clothing. So if your clothes are wrinkly, you will probably get sent home. Depending on your manager though, some might just like let it slide, but some might try to send you home. For shoes, I used to go to Payless, but Payless is closed now. You can go to Walmart. They have them for $20 or something. In comparison to Payless, they were a little bit more expensive. So yeah, you can go to Walmart and get them for like $20. So yeah. Orientation is probably the best part about working at Olive Garden. That was my favorite part. So basically, during orientation, the first like day or 2, you're filling out forms, paperwork. It's boring. Oh, you work like about 40 hours. That's probably the only time you're really gonna work 40 hours at Olive Garden. But you work 40 hours and it's like every single day that week pretty much. And then for the next couple of days, it's learning about the food and the drinks, and so you're just literally eating all the food and trying all the drinks, even the alcohol, but only if you're 21. So I wasn't 21 at the time. I just turned 21 this weekend, so I wish I would get hired somewhere else or like go through training again so I can try all the drinks. I didn't get to try the drinks, the alcoholic drinks. I only got to try like the non-alcoholic, so I was really sad. Pretty much you just try all the drinks and you learn about them, what's in it. You practice sampling wine. They really want you to sell wine, so, or alcohol in general. So I guess sales in general. Pouring wine samples, you have to practice doing that because you do it for every table pretty much, unless you're busy, but you're supposed to do it every single time. You have to like learn how to pour how much is a sample. You know, there's a specific way. It's supposed to be like you're supposed to pour just a bit, where like if you put the glass on its side, the wine shouldn't spill out of the cup. If it does, you pour too much. If it doesn't, then you're within the good amount of the sample pretty much. So yeah, for orientation, it's just really trying out all the food, and then you also learn how to carry trays and the drinks. The thing that I struggled with in the beginning was carrying trays, like the food trays. I guess because you're supposed to carry it on your fingertips, so your hand is supposed to be curved, right, like this, and you're supposed to hold it on your fingertips. Not supposed to do this like flat, because you'll end up messing up your wrist in the long run. So for some reason, I really struggled. I couldn't hold it on my fingertips. In the beginning, they really were like kind of like because I couldn't do it. I was really stressed out, like, why can't I do it? They're like, man, you have no muscles in your fingers. But I think I was just so uncomfortable, because after like practicing, I really got the hang of it. It's just a lot of practice, and I think I just felt the pressure and I was really nervous. Also, the trays were pretty heavy for me at the time, especially the food plates are pretty heavy, at least in my opinion. I'm used to them now, obviously, but before they were pretty heavy, especially because I never went to the gym. I'm barely starting to go to the gym, so that's as big as my muscle. So imagine before, my muscles were a lot smaller. And yeah, and then the drinks, carrying the drinks on a tray was easier for me than carrying the trays. Same thing with drinks, you want to carry it on your fingertips. Some people just hold it like this because it's easier for them, but I think it's easier for me to carry it on my fingertips. It's really up to you. It's really about how you position your drinks. And yeah, that's another thing that you learn. In the beginning, when you first go into the kitchen, you're gonna feel, if you're new to working in a restaurant, you're gonna feel really stressed out because it seems really hectic in there, because in reality, it is really hectic in there. But trust me, you'll get used to it. Don't stress going in there. Just try to relax and just know that everybody's here to help you and everybody knows you're training. Nobody should really be mean to you. If they are, then they got problems, because you're training. The last 2 days, you practice actually serving. So make sure, like, during this process of orientation and everything, they give you like basically a little pamphlet, which it has like all the dishes that are from Olive Garden and what's in them, basically describes them. They also give you the menus for Olive Garden. You should really study that. It's so important to study the menus and everything, because if you don't, then you're really not going to do good as a server. Well, like, not just like in general, but like in the beginning or in general, you want to have the knowledge of what you're serving. People are going to ask you questions. You need to know the answers. If you don't, then it's uncomfortable. You're going to have to go ask somebody and you're wasting time, and then it's just a whole thing. So really study that. I cannot stress it enough how important it is to know your menu. So you're going to be practicing serving. You're just going to practice everything. You unfortunately do not get to keep your tips. They go to your trainee or your trainer, because everything goes underneath their tab. Yeah, all the tips go to your trainer, unfortunately, but at least you don't have to stress about tips in the beginning. If you don't make tips, then that's fine. Fun fact, on my very first day of serving, I owed $1. I literally didn't make any tips. I was the worst at serving ever. I was so discouraged that day. I couldn't believe I owed $1. I was like, and everybody, like all the people that I was training with, they made like pretty decent money, and I was the only one that owed money. They got to, my trainer, he's not supposed to, but he let us keep our tips because he's just so nice. And yeah, I ended up owing money. So if you don't do that well in the beginning, I promise you there's hope, and don't get discouraged. I was so discouraged, but it got better, and I'm not the most amazing server ever, I'm gonna be honest, but I'm pretty good at my job, so, or I would like to think so for the most part. So yeah, that is pretty much it. You just practice. After that week, you're pretty much on your own, and in the beginning, don't worry, you're only on a 2-table rotation. Once you get better after a certain amount of time, you're able to do a 3-table rotation. So yeah, that's pretty much it for orientation and, you know, just the beginning stages of working at Olive Garden. I'll make another video about what it's like to actually work there, because if not, then this video would be extremely long. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a like. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments. I'll be so happy to answer them. You might ask a question that somebody else might have. So yeah. And then if you want to see the continuation of the Olive Garden series, then please hit the subscribe button so you can see my future videos. If you just like my content and want to see more from me, then also please hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.